Hey, so we're just continuing on today with the second part of the series about how you've lost your spark, how people that I've been speaking with lately have lost that desire, that spark, that drive, that enthusiasm for life and really want to get it back. How they've gone through, how we've gone through our life trying to get things, trying to do what we're supposed to do for society, and always chasing the next biggest thing, next thing that we want to buy, next thing that's supposed to make us happy. We've been chasing that over and over, and it really, each time you get it, it's still not delivering that satisfaction. So, how do we get that spark back? And this is the series that we've been running through. So, yesterday we spoke about what it was that you've been missing. How, when we have some goals, when we have a vision for our life, we actually have this massive drive, this massive determination to actually really enjoy our life, to enjoy our day, to enjoy what we're doing. And this is what we're carrying on with today. So today I'm looking into your vision. So why do we need a vision for a life? What is a vision for a life? What it's about is actually being able to see yourself in the future, seeing the way that you want to be living. When we actually have that goal, we know where we're headed, we know what we're trying to do, we know what we're trying to create, and then we can actually create it. And so a vision is actually looking out into your future. So it's imagining yourself in 5 years or 10 years' time. How would I want to be living my life? So what I want to do is take you through with this today so you can actually see what it is that is your vision for your life, what it is that you want to see yourself creating, what you want to see yourself doing. And so I'm actually going to go through this exercise in a minute of actually seeing what it is on your particular life, what it is that you're trying to create. And we'll do that in a minute. But what I want to talk about first is, what is a vision? What we want to do is have a vision that's going into specific parts of our life, not just what am I going to do in terms of my job, but we're going to look into a number of areas, which is finances, friends, family, fitness, fulfillment. So imagining, what would you want to be doing with your life in 5 years or 10 years' time? And a lot of what we start imagining has a lot of limitation around it in terms of finances quite often. It's this thing that's like, oh, well, I can't do that, or I need to be getting a better job. And so one of the ways that I like to break through that, so I want to be having that vision without all the limitation of money around it, about that it's a massive limitation that we live with in our society, is that money controls everything we do, everything we think about. And so to get rid of that limitation, what I'd like to do is have you imagine that you had won lotto. You'd done everything that you wanted to do. So let's say you had 2 years. You'd won lotto. You'd spent 2 years going traveling around the world. You've been buying cars. You've been doing things that you wanted to do. You've got the house that you wanted. So you've done all those things. You've got those things. So that's the excitement from it, the initial reaction from it. You've done all those things. You've got past that. And then go 2 years out in the future after that. So life has settled back into a new normal. Things are just the way that you want it to be. And from that place, from a place where you're not all frantic about stuff, you're from a settled place thinking about how you'd want to live your life and how you'd want to be spending your time in terms of catching up with friends. Who is it that you'd want to be spending your time with friends? So just imagine that right now. What I'd like you to do is actually just if you're not driving, don't do this while you're driving, but do it when you've got some spare time. Sit there, close your eyes, and imagine going out into the future, out into 5 years or 10 years, somewhere in the future there, which is the place that you want to be, and seeing yourself right in the scene, making up the scene, making up this picture of yourself out there, where you're actually standing there talking to your friends. You're ringing your family, you're spending time with your family. Maybe you're imagining a backyard scene. You've got everyone over for a barbecue, they're coming over. Who is actually there? Who are the people that are showing up for you? Who are the people you're spending your time talking to? What are you doing? Just picturing yourself in that scene. And what we want to do is actually take you through that and do that in multiple areas of your life. This is how you create your vision for your life. This is how you bring in what it is that you're wanting to create. And so the next things we're going to do is, like, what would you be doing in terms of fulfillment? So fulfillment is things that you do just for yourself. These are things that it's just for the fun of it, for you. It's because it makes you feel good. Maybe it's some gardening, maybe it's artwork, maybe it's drawing, maybe it's building something, a building project, or something that you're making at home, or colouring in. It's something that's just for you. There's all sorts of things that people can do. Quite often they are something creative. But having a look into the future, what is it that I'd like to be doing with my time? How do I want to spend my time in a way that makes a lot of fulfillment here for me? And then looking into fitness, how would I be spending my time keeping fit, keeping healthy? What sort of foods would I be eating? What would I be doing? So looking out into that vision for the future. I know there's people popping onto the live, and it's great to have a lot more of you coming on. And what we're just looking into is that vision for our future. And this is how we're digging into. If you've just popped on, it's probably going to be important for you to have a look back on the replay of this, because there's quite a bit building up to it. Looking into what would you do with your life in terms of fitness? How would you be keeping yourself fit? How would you be eating food? What would you be doing to look after your body and really nurture it? Make it last, make it go the distance, and enjoy yourself as well. And the other one is finances. Like, what would you want to be doing in terms of finances? So finances are important. What was it that you'd want to be doing to bring that money in? What's the things that you would want to be doing? So just going out those 5-10 years into the future, how would I want to be living my life? And this is how we build up a really good, clear picture, putting yourself in that scene, taking the time to close your eyes, see yourself in that future place, see yourself there, doing the things that you want to be doing. And as you do this, just get a piece of paper when you're finished, write it down, and start creating your vision. And the more time you can spend on this, the better. The more time you can actually dig into the detail. The more detail you get, the better your vision is for your life. The better it is that you can create that real strong picture. And the stronger the picture is, the more that it is pulling you towards that destination. It's pulling you towards what you want to create, and it makes it so much easier. So that's all I wanted to go through today, is how do we create a vision for our life? So it's about getting your spark back. When we have a vision, we have a direction for our life, we have places that we want to go, we know what we're trying to create, and then we start taking action in alignment with that vision. That's when we start getting that fulfillment. That's when we start getting excited about what we're doing. We love what we're doing because we're on a journey. We're creating a life. We're spending the time helping ourselves move forward in our life. We're doing something for ourselves, and that's where we get this massive fulfillment within ourselves. We are on a journey. We're getting somewhere. We're working towards that life that we want. We're actually achieving things. And it's that whole sense that brings back a whole lot of spark as part of that journey. So thanks very much for staying on here today. There's going to be more going through this series. I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. And hit like on below this. Put on some comments. What is it that you're trying to create? What's some things that you've got out of this video? Tell me what's good about this video. And we'll keep putting on more content that's going to help you create what we want to do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.